All right, good evening to you listening to me. Good evening to you, and hope you've had a great day today. It is the MIXPIRATION show with myself, Bright, and as you know, on the Deep Convo segment, every Sunday we get a different lovely couple. Today as well, we've got one lovely couple in the house, and they are about to tell us exactly how their love story began, how they met, and how, the whole thing was clicked together. They will tell us because we are very inquisitive. We want to know. And I'm sure today they will be unveiling some secrets that friends didn't even know. So if you're a friend of these couple, please don't move an inch. Just stay tuned and listen to them. If you want to contribute to this program, just in case you want to contribute, the numbers to call are 0208-670-7300. The number again, 0208-670-7300. If you want to text us, it's 0788-747-5940. The number again is 0788-747-5940. You can WhatsApp me on that number or text me on that number. Or if you want to call, you can call me on 0208-670-7300. All right, let me say hello to my wonderful guest. Hello.
Hello.
How have you been today?
We've been blessed. We just come from church, so we've been blessed.
Yeah, we're very good today. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I can tell. They look gorgeous. When I saw them, I said, you guys are looking good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so let's get the boat rolling. It's just about 40 minutes past 6, and we have to get the boat rolling. Would you be kind to tell or myself, if not the listeners, to tell me how you guys met?
Should I take this?
I think I should start.
Okay. Ladies first. First.
Okay.
I feel like we'll have slightly different stories, even though it all kind of rolls into one big story. But we have been attending the same church for many years. I think my family joined the church when I was probably about 5 or 6.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Bema, probably about the same
thing.
So growing up in the same church, we were in the same children's ministry. But there was the group of children that it's the truth, and my siblings will agree with me.
I apologize, guys.
I apologize to all my loved church members out there, but basically there was this group of children that were the pastor's kids, and then there was everybody else.
Okay.
And Bema fell into the pastor's kids group.
I see.
Some people were able to kind of break that barrier and interact with the pastor's kids, and others weren't. I was really shy, so I kind of kept to myself with my sister and some of the other non-pastor's children.
Okay.
So even though we grew up in the same church, I didn't really talk to Bema at all. Yeah. And then there was quite on a few occasions his grandma would greet my parents and myself and my sister and say, "Oh, one day you'll marry my grandson." And every time she said it, I was like, "Me? Your grandson? Really?" For someone that I don't even speak to, it was just like a passing comment. My family would just giggle and then keep it moving.
Yeah.
Little did we know. But that's my story, so...
Okay, the funny thing is she always says this to me, that we were the pastor's children and she didn't speak to us. So I spoke to her sister quite a lot, Winnie, to her older sister. Okay. And so the story for me, she's not going to like this, but we were in church one day and her big sister, after church her big sister came to me and said, Bema, I want to speak to you. Yeah. And so she took me away and she said, my sister Cherelle really likes you. I was like, hey,
scholarship.
Scholarship. But I didn't take any notice because I'm gonna bring another secret straight out there.
You're bringing a lot of secrets.
straight away. I thought she liked one of my friends.
Oh wow!
So even though I heard what her sister had said, I took no notice of it really. And then a few weeks down the line, we have so our church members were all family, really close. And there's another, they were twins. They're twins. Their names are Donnie and Donita. Exposing. And they came up to me like a few Sundays saying that Cherelle really likes you. Cherelle really likes you. Okay. Eventually, it sunk in that maybe Cherelle really likes me.
Eventually.
And I like that.
Yeah. And then I think, so we were I was in sixth form at the time.
Yeah.
And then I was on one of my free periods, so no lessons. and then I messaged my whole phone list of contacts, saying that I'm the best in it. For some reason, that's why I messaged. I was bored, and then the only person to reply was Cherelle.
Okay, just hold on. It looks like we've got a call already.
Wow.
All right. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Is this MIXPIRATION?
Yes, it is.
We can't hear you on the YouTube.
Okay.
This is Oliver.
All right, then we'll sort it out for you. Yeah. Thanks for letting us know.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so you can move on.
Okay. Yeah. So I messaged her at the group, and then she messaged me back. So
Yeah.
we started to talk regularly from that. That's how we got together, really. I never knew about the grandparents.
Okay, so it looks like there was a connection between you two by people. So people like try to connect you two together. Was that the case?
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So how did you guys like talk? How did you come together? Because initially people were trying to connect, trying to tell you that Cherelle likes you. So how did you guys end up together?
So I guess it was through that text message that Bema sent.
I think a few weeks before that, prior to that, we were talking though.
Yeah, I guess we.
Yeah, we would like at church. We see each other.
Bad.
Yeah, well, I remember these.
Okay, so you would see me, and then
we started talking at church. We would speak at church.
it was more than what it was before because initially we literally weren't speaking. I think if anything, Bema spoke more to my sister than to myself.
Yeah.
So
I liked your sister.
Okay.
It's okay.
You know, these things happen.
I'm joking. But yeah, so we started talking. I think after that, the conversation was really easy after I sent the message. We were talking like nearly every day.
Because I'm a nice girl, so
yeah, you're friendly.
Make things quite easy.
Yeah, you're very friendly.
Thanks.
Wow. You know what? Okay, so now you guys got together. You're dating.
Yeah.
What happened during dating? What was the experience?
So
The dating
would you like to know the first date?
experience.
Yeah, the first date and all the experience, everything.
No, you tell the first date because I think it's better from your point of view.
Okay. So coming from the church background, I think our base was really solid as well. We knew that. So I'll say from a personal standpoint, I didn't want to go out with so many girls and then find my wife eventually. I knew that if I find a girl, I'm looking towards that. Even at a young age, I'm still looking for those attributes for the girl to be my wife. So I think on our first date, I travelled from. I think I was living in Essex at the time. Wasn't I travelled like an hour or two to go meet Cherelle. We weren't driving. We were so young. We were like 16, and then we went to the cinema or something like that.
Was it Pearly?
In Pearly, we went to the cinema in Pearly.
Okay.
When I met her, it was just Cherelle. When we got to Pearly, 2 other people joined us. Her 2 female friends. She had called her friends to come with us on the date.
Yeah.
So,
No, because he hadn't made it clear that it was a date. And from what I knew, like when the church people got together, it was like groups. So he said, let's go to the cinema. So me too, I invited 2 of my friends, like, guys, let's all go to the cinema. Not knowing that obviously he had other plans. So when we got to Pearly, then my friends were there, like, let's all go.
They're very friendly. They were friendly. So we went to the cinema. I can't remember what film we watched.
No idea.
And we had been speaking a long time prior to this. Like, we've been speaking every day, so we knew each other really well. See each other on Sundays. So we had been we knew each other quite well. So on this day, after the date, we went to the station, and Cherelle was going back to work. She was going to work in Next, I think it was. And when we got to the station, I was expecting maybe a kiss on the cheek, a hug. Cherelle she hugged me and tapped my back. I said, okay, I'm going to work.
Wow.
I was like, okay.
No, but at this stage, in my head, we were friends. We were really good friends. Really? I wasn't thinking anything more than that. You're a pastor's son, so I thought, hello, this is really holy. We just went to the cinema.
We went to the cinema, so I thought, okay, this is great.
So that was our first date.
That's the first date.
We dated for 9 years in total.
9 years. Before.
Ooh, okay.
A lot of...
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, so before you move on, let me just let our viewers on YouTube know that we apologize for the audio not working for now we're trying hard to fix it. So if you're on YouTube and you're watching this, you can go to TuneIn and listen via TuneIn. But in the meantime, we are trying to get it fixed for you. Yeah? So if you are listening on TuneIn and you know someone is on YouTube trying to hear us, please tell the person to, for now, go to TuneIn and listen to us. But when it's sorted out, we'll let them know so that you can go to YouTube. Yeah? All right, so let's hear the story from Cherelle.
So just to kind of summarize the 9 years of dating, I would say there were a lot of ups and downs, like a lot of positives, where we would meet up, we would go out for dinners, we would go out on social events, we'd get together with friends. Like, we had a lot of fun during that time. But also, because we got together when I was 16, I think Bema was 17, we were both very young. And I'm sure a lot of people out there will understand that there's a lot of growing to be done from that stage up until marriage, or even just growth in general.
Yeah.
I went off to university, Bema went to uni, he stayed in London, I went to Leicester. So like the distance, for example, was challenging. Both of us had different groups of friends. It gets to a stage as a couple where you start to make couple friends as well. But at this stage, we were both very separate. We both had our individual groups. And at times, that's challenging as well.
Yeah.
I know that we had quite a few challenges when I was at university, because both of us growing, finding ourselves as adults, finding out what we're interested in. Just as an individual, you're changing and you're developing, and you're trying to kind of merge that with somebody else, and it's very difficult.
Yeah.
I would say, like, just on what Cherelle said, that was the hardest point, university.
Okay.
I think women grow a lot faster than men. They mature. They understand a lot more things than we do. So I would say from, like, obviously I'm sure people will get the gist of what we're saying, as in within university times, why it was difficult. So I don't want to go into it too much, because everyone would understand why it was difficult. We're in separate places, jealousy, female friends, male friends.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big problem, but I would say for me, it was a massive learning curve. Not saying that afterwards I didn't have to learn a lot more.
Okay.
There was so much to learn afterwards, but during university, I think it was the most stressful time for us. It was a breaking point for us, or making point for us. I mean, we both were in church, but I think at that point I lost sight of what I had learned from my parents and from church.
Okay.
And I didn't implement that into our relationship.
Right. All right. So let me find out. Do you guys believe in no sex before marriage? That's an off question for now.
Dun, dun, dun. This is something that we spoke about on several occasions in our relationship.
Yeah.
And I think what we agreed, and please forgive us, Bishop, because it's not us kind of making up our own rules and regulations.
Let's just say we have a great mentor in our bishop.
Definitely.
He taught us well. I'll just say that, so continue.
I think how we interpreted it was no sex prior to being in a relationship, or being at a point within your relationship where you can see it getting to marriage. And Christians will call it courtship. But even that, a lot of Christians will say that when you're courting, there should definitely be no sex up until when you're married. Our interpretation was until you're at a point in your relationship where you know the next step is definitely marriage and there's no going back. That's where we felt.
So it's right to do it at that point.
No, that's how we felt. I don't think
at the time.
I'm not going to say that it is right.
Okay.
Just because
I think the best thing to say is at the time we felt that, looking back on it, at the ages that we were, as well, played a major part. I think if we had been, let's say, 25 and we had gotten together, it would definitely be wait till we're married.
Yeah, a different story.
It would be a different story.
We would have approached it definitely differently.
Definitely approach it differently. So I think it's about maturity and age. I think that's what played a big part of it, looking back at it.
Okay.
But I think as from a Christian standpoint,
no sex before marriage.
No sex before marriage.
Great. That was what I wanted to hear. You told me. All right, good. I think I saw one of your videos on Instagram I was just going through some of your videos.
Yeah.
And I saw you guys talking about gender roles. Because it's some of the things that I've been discussing here with the couple.
Yeah.
Gender roles.
Yeah.
I didn't quite get the conclusion of your discussion or your conversation or your YouTube or your video.
Yeah.
I mean, do you believe in gender roles? That's the question.
That was a very interesting video.
Wait, let me start with
Okay,
this one. Okay, this one's a good one. This is an ongoing discussion in our household. Like,
Yeah.
myself and Cherelle, if you're with us in the house, like we were with our friends the other day, and her boyfriend had never been in the midst of myself and Cherelle.
Okay.
And he felt a bit awkward with the way we make fun of each other. So this is an ongoing conversation of gender roles in our household. And there are gender roles, but we can merge the gender roles, I would say.
that was our conclusion,
our
actually.
conclusion.
for
No,
that
yeah,
video.
I think you said that.
Merge gender roles.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't know if I'm going to jump, but I'll just say in marriage, things, you know, and children change slightly, but in the mindset is still there. Merge gender roles. The mindset.
What Bema's trying to say is that when he is thinking about potentially taking out the bins or cooking that stuff, it's as good as him doing it. I think that's what he's trying to say. I just want to interpret to make it clear.
Okay. So
Okay, what were you saying?
okay, so let me find out. So obviously, Cherelle, you think that it's really cool for your husband to just come home and say to them, I'm going to cook for the family to eat.
Oh yeah,
Or
definitely.
if the bin is full, I'm just going to take it outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So will there be a point where Bema also says to you, Cherelle, this month you need to pay the rent, if he's the one paying for the rent? Would that be fair or not?
I feel like in marriage, why
Yeah.
not? If he feels like there's going to be a tight month, or there's a month where his money that would normally go towards the rent needs to go to something else, definitely I think that conversation needs to be had. And I don't see why I would then say no, because me too, I need that same roof over my head.
Exactly.
So if that is the case, we talk about it,
Okay.
and then if I can step in and say I'm going to cover the rent this month because he covers it,
Okay.
yeah.
I think that's a good point. That's a base that we've not only learned from our bishop, but we learned especially from our parents, that in marriage this is a team. This is a team
Definitely.
sport. So you need to be able to speak to your wife if you're not, you know, with any discussion that needs to be had about the family. You need to be able to say it. So
I think, communication is definitely key,
key, yeah.
and we've definitely seen that with our parents. And I think that's what we've kind of put into our relationship.
Yeah,
So if Bema comes home from work, I will ask him, if you've got time today, do you think you'll be able to take out the bin? And then, but come the end of the day, he's done it.
Okay, cool. All right, hold your thought for now. Let me just do this. When we come back, you're going to play a game.
yeah.
And I won't tell you the game, but just bear in mind there's a game coming
Okay.
right after this one.
ABN Radio.
London!
London's Afropolitan radio station.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife, save your life.
I got caught in an addiction and I couldn't find my way out of that cardboard box.
It kept grasping onto me. Before I realized it, I couldn't stop using it.
Comes like a primal instinct. It's god-awful.
I needed a program that would save my life, and I found Narconon.
Narconon gave me my life back, 100%.
Call Narconon today at 01435 512 460. 01435 512 460.
Tune in to the new ABN Breakfast Show on Monday from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The London City Show has evolved into an all-new breakfast show with sizzling slices of juicy newsy current affairs served with junior jumbo-sized convos on issues you should be aware of. What did I just say? The ABN Breakfast Show, the Afropolitan breakfast you can't afford to miss.
ABN Radio, home of Afrobeats.
All right, good evening to you if you just tuned in again. This is MIXPIRATION with myself, Bright, right here on ABN Radio UK, London's Afropolitan radio station. And as you know, we are having the deep Convo conversation right here with Bema and Cherelle. They are telling us their love story, you know, being part of the pastor's kids and someone whispering in someone's ears that somebody loves you and all those stories, making it so happen. It's so exciting to hear all these things. For now, we just want to know how best they know each other. So, the rules are you don't have to look on your spouse's sheets.
Okay.
So make sure you're covering it from your spouse and make sure you don't look on your spouse's sheet. I'll ask you 10 questions. So you number your questions. You just write the number, the answer. Sorry. And then after that, you read them out. We'll find out if they tally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you're listening, just get some morale. You can give them morale behind. Just All right. So question 1. Let me. You ready?
Yes.
Great. Everybody's looking at you on YouTube. They got the cameras on you now. So if you cheat, they will know. Please tell me if you see them cheating.
Yeah, they're cheating.
All right, question 1. What's your spouse's favorite color? So you write for your wife. If you're a wife, you write for your husband. So what's your spouse's favorite color? So question 2. What's your husband or wife's favorite car? Then 3, is your spouse more closer to his mom or her mom or dad? So among the parents, who do you think your spouse is more closer to? That's the question. And 4, who is the best cook? And then 5, who gets angry easily? All right, so we'll stop there. And then can I have your sheets, please? Thank you. So this is from Cherelle, and this is from Bema. All right, so we've got 5 more questions to go, but for now, yeah. So this is from Cherelle, yes. This is from Bema. Mm-hmm. Okay, so okay, Bema, what's your favorite color?
I don't really have a favorite color.
All right, if you just want to know what she wrote, she just wrote that. She said he doesn't know, so that's it. All right, cool. All right, number 2, your favorite car. Cherelle, what's your favorite car?
I don't think I have one.
Oh, I'll put one down.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's working. I'm happy.
Why, girl?
I'm happy.
Mercedes?
No, don't talk. It's okay.
I'm happy.
I don't know. Did you make it up?
No, I'll put the Range Rover.
Yo.
No.
Okay, so they didn't get this one right. I won't give it to them. No. Okay.
But what about my answer?
What your color?
So what's your favorite car?
Oh wait, Aston Martin.
Oh, damn.
You got it wrong.
No.
What did you put?
I put Lamborghini.
Okay.
Oh,
so the question 1, favorite color for her.
Yeah. You want me to say it? Rose gold.
Rose gold. Well done.
Okay. So question 3, that was your spouse's parents. Which of them they are closer to? So which one do you think?
Sure, I'll put for me.
Yeah.
Mum.
I actually put both mum and dad.
Yeah.
Okay, she said both mum and dad.
I get that. Yeah.
And then you said dad.
That's it, dad.
Okay, so that I won't give it to them.
Oh, I think mine is both as well.
Yeah,
it depends
we're
on
really close
it's different
to
things.
both our parents. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. And then 4. Who's the best cook?
Cherelle.
Me.
Obviously. It's very obvious. At least you got that. Okay, cool. And the last one, but not the least, who gets angry easily?
Cherelle.
Me. I put my hand up. Me.
Okay. So as you heard them, they actually got 4 out of 5. So there's a next round coming. Yeah, so just make sure you get that one right, everything right. no room for mistakes.
Okay.
This time
Yes,
around.
boss.
All right, cool. So let's continue. Now you guys were dating, you were courting, and then you decided to get married.
Yeah.
What happened? What clicked? What prompted that? We just want to know what happened.
So there's a bit in between. See, I said university was difficult, but I still needed to learn. I'm going to speak on my point of view. So we came out of university. I think, and this is for, I'll say this for men. Oh no, I'll speak for myself. So there was so much growth still. We still had the problems from university. We hadn't fixed those problems.
Yeah.
And the aftermath of those problems that we went through in university was very much there. I think from my point of view, I had pressured Cherelle so much that maybe the affection or some sort of feeling had disappeared slightly.
Yeah.
And to rebuild that, I didn't know how to do it, but I also didn't see it because my own ego was taking effect. So the relationship still wasn't on strong grounds. We had a good point, a bad point, but the bad point was longer than the good point up until this point. So I think, so I'm going to go really deep now.
Okay.
Cherelle
That's what we want.
Okay. Cherelle is she's a go-getter.
Yeah.
So that's what, apart from her beauty, that's what really attracted me to Cherelle. She's a forceful, strong, career-driven, but very motherly woman. So it was just so many things.
Okay.
And on my side, I knew what I wanted, but I think I was slightly laid back.
All right.
About what I wanted to achieve in life. So it came to a point where I wasn't working. Cherelle was working.
Okay.
Moving forward. And I remember, so we're very spiritual beings, like we pray a lot.
Yeah.
I used to have dreams of Cherelle running away from me. I used to always see those dreams, and I would tell my bishop, and our bishop would advise me on what to do and everything. But it got to a point where I wasn't looking hard enough for what I wanted to do. So Cherelle had to, she's prompting me, Bema, you got to try this, try that, try this.
Yeah.
And I wasn't listening because I was still focusing on this relationship is not great, or we just went out to that point. So it got to a point, I got the job eventually, but the relationship was so battered at that point. I think she said this to me, guys. Everybody listening, she said this to me. She said, let's take a break.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's take a break. At that point, I didn't understand why. Wow. I remember I was at work at the time, she said it, and I think that was one of the toughest points of my life. Up until that time. And I thought, okay. I think we spoke for like 3 days and I was trying to force you not to take the break. And then we took the break anyway. And that was the changing point. I'll let you go on from there.
I guess just to kind of be clear on the break, it wasn't a break. Yeah, it wasn't a breakup, definitely not.
Yeah.
And we weren't saying that we're taking a break so that we can be free with other people or anything like that. It was more, let's take a break to kind of find ourselves again. Because bearing in mind that we'd been together since we were 16. So very young, we had grown up together, but had we given ourselves to grow up as individuals? Probably not. And Bema will probably go on to say a little bit later that we weren't on a break for too long.
No, not at all.
But I think that time was very necessary for both of us to find ourselves, find out exactly what we wanted for ourselves, to then be able to figure out what we wanted as a couple. So God knows what kind of was placed on my heart for us to take a break, but I just knew that we needed it. And during that time, we said that we wouldn't call each other too much. We would give ourselves that space. Because it got to a point where we were talking every day, every time we came off the phone, I love you too. But did we actually feel that love? I don't think I wasn't feeling it.
It became just a routine.
Exactly.
Routine.
And I didn't want that for my relationship because we had been so good that why were we now falling into this routine and saying things that we didn't actually mean? So I even said to Bema, I said, I want to be able to say I love you when I feel like I love you, not just because it's the end of our conversation and we're saying it to come off the phone. So that break was definitely helpful for both of us.
And then you never expect it to be so helpful, but I definitely found myself as a man, or as what I wanted to be for Cherelle. What, like someone that she would also be proud of, and I would be proud of myself. The insecurities, I could say now, the insecurities of a man, or for me, were the fact I knew I wasn't achieving what I wanted to achieve. So standing next to a person that was so beautiful and achieving her goals, I felt inferior as a man, which caused the jealousy. So, do you get
and I also wanted Bema to kind of see the guy that I saw in. I would see him as, that's my man. But for some reason he saw it more as, that's my woman, but not I'm her man. And I wanted him to get to that stage where he knew that, like, I wanted to be with him as much as he wanted to be with me.
All right. So what actually, brought you guys, your minds to the fact that this is the time, let's just do it, let's just tie the knot?
Honestly, I think it was God, because I can't say when the break came to an end.
Yeah.
But it just slowly fizzled out.
Yeah. It just kind of merged back in.
Yeah, and I think we agreed to go out to dinner or something.
Nando's.
It wasn't a date. It was just, let's just meet up and have a chat.
Yeah.
And from there, everything just felt
different.
Natural.
Yeah.
But it felt different.
Yeah, it felt different. I think I felt different within myself about the relationship as well. But it's also a fact that we knew what we're bringing to the table now. We knew what we're bringing to the table. And at that point, I think my spiritual life in total, because as much as I'd never felt that kind of emotion before, so all I had to rely on was God. Because at that time, Cherelle would say, I didn't like to speak about how I felt at all. But I knew the only person, if I was going to speak at all, I was going to pray.
Okay.
So,
and imagine, this is coming from a pastor's son. I just want to put it out there that sometimes we expect pastors' children to be so holy and know everything about church and the Bible inside out, but they're just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And they need to kind of search to find themselves and understand Christ the same way everybody else does. So I think it was just a big learning for all of us.
Yeah.
Great. You know what? Did you kneel down to propose to Cherelle or not? And why? If you didn't, or if you did, why? If you didn't, why?
I did. I think I did pretty well.
You did very well.
With a proposal.
Very well, yeah. What happened?
I did. So her 25th birthday was coming.
Okay.
And I remember she doesn't know how crazy I was going planning this birthday. I knew that if I don't plan this birthday, I wouldn't hear that. I don't know if I would have heard the last of it, or it's that I knew that if when it comes to mine, Cherelle's going to do something special for me. So
I think it's more that.
Yeah. So I better do something.
Something, yeah.
And I was speaking, my mum and my dad, and my brothers, they helped me so much, giving me ideas. My brothers are Cherelle's fans. If I go wrong, I'm never right.
Okay.
They're those type of people. So her birthday, what did I do? So the proposal I did in the Shard.
Oh wow.
I did in the Shard. I called her close friends, and at the time, the fuss was about getting the table. They were quoting all sorts of prizes that I wouldn't even mention, otherwise my mum will finish me. But I said, this day's a special day, and this is the woman I want. So I'm going to pull out all the stops so that she's proud and happy that this is her proposal, and she's going to remember it.
Yeah.
There was a funny point to it. We were going out ring shopping before, and I'm not going to mention some bits, but we were going out ring shopping, and she had chosen a ring, but I decided to ask for advice, and I chose another ring based on advice.
Okay.
And the moment, so I'll say the proposal, we got to the Shard, her friends were sitting there. Up until this point, she didn't know that I was going to propose. She just thought it was my birthday surprise.
All right.
And I had one of my brothers calling me, just telling me what's going on, who's there and whatnot. So when we got there, everyone's sitting down, surprise, happy birthday. I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat. The food looked good. I couldn't eat. And I had her sister's husband, and he was tapping my leg like, it's okay, you can do this. And I was thinking,
I remember it so clearly because Bema eats everything.
I eat everything.
So I was like, for him to be sat there and not eating, but to be honest, I was so engulfed in the moment. I was like, all my friends, this surprise for my birthday, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I didn't even realise too much that he wasn't, but he was quiet.
What? I've never felt so much pressure in my life. And then her husband, her sister's husband, he tapped on my leg and said, it's gonna be okay, bro. I was like, bro, if you don't leave me alone, I'll faint. You've got to leave me alone. And he wasn't listening. He was just rubbing me. I was like, bro, please, just
it's gonna be okay.
And then the time was coming. I could feel the time coming where everyone's looking at me. One of her best friends, Rayanne, was looking at me like, You need to hurry up. Are you going to do it now? I was like, okay. So I stood up. My legs were shaking. My hands were shaking. And I thought to myself, but wait, this woman, I speak to her every day. This is the love of my life. Why am I so scared? It didn't help. The thoughts didn't help. I was still nervous, still shaking. And then I asked her to stand up. She also said that her legs were shaking because I think at this point in time she kind of caught on.
Yeah, and then he reached into his pocket,
took out the ring, and then she said her legs were shaking, so we had to get her a chair to sit down. I was really going for the tears. The tears never came, I'm sure. So
I was emotional. I didn't cry, but I was emotional.
The tears never came, but yeah, I got down on one knee. I said a little speech before I got down on one knee, and then I proposed, and she said yes. Thank God.
Wow. Wow, wonderful. So obviously you believe in going down one knee and proposing, right?
Yeah.
Or do you think at a point or now it's not really important? Because I know some guys who say it's not really a big deal. I don't need to go down one knee to say I love you. I want to live the rest of my life with you or something like that. I need to just express my feelings to you. It could be indoors. It shouldn't be anywhere. I don't need to kneel down. Do you think that's the case, or do you think it's a must to do that?
It's not something that I've ever thought about in that much detail. No. The kneeling down is just like a traditional thing, I think. But if Bema didn't kneel down and he took my hand and he asked me to be his wife, he's still asking the question.
Yeah, of course. So what? So if he did it in a room with you alone, would you have been okay?
Oh yeah, completely. It was an intimate moment between the two of us.
Oh.
I didn't need people around. But yeah, people being around was fine. Yeah. But yeah, it's between the two of us.
I think I work based on. I hope I get the saying right. You could say I love you, but you have to show me that I love you. Is that the right way? People get it. People get what I'm trying to say. So I think because of what we had been through, I think it had gotten to the point where this was the beginning to show Cherelle how much I do love you.
Yeah.
So that's why I did it.
Yeah.
Everyone would do it differently. So that's why.
Great. So now, in every rosy or nice or lovely relationship, there are the challenges, like the difficult times, bad times that sometimes you think, why am I even in this? I need to work out. Did I make the right decision? Have you got into that moment before? And how did you deal about it? Like, how did you deal?
Every day, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I think I go back to the when I was at uni.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the time where we both felt it. Maybe often. Nearly every day. No, I'm joking. It was a feeling that was consistent during
that time.
Yeah. It was difficult because I felt like I was trustworthy, but yet Bema wasn't trusting me. And he always said that it wasn't me that he didn't trust. He didn't trust the people around.
Around you, okay.
And I always said, for something to happen...
Sorry, guys, by the way, it's changed. It's changed.
For something to happen, it takes two, no?
Yeah.
So you not trusting the people around me, fine. But if you trust me, then where's the issue?
Yeah.
And a lot of people that know me might say... I can come across as stush or a bit stuck up.
Yeah, that's it.
It's more that I'm shy. And so if you know me, you'll understand.
Okay.
But I come across like that, and a lot of the people that I met at uni would say the same thing, that, no one approaches Cherelle sort of thing. So if they feel like that to approach me, then what would make you think that?
Yeah.
No, as in, you don't need to explain yourself, but as in that was what I was kind of trying to get Bema to understand. So when I couldn't get him on the same page as me, like, you don't want to trust me or my environment, then what's the point of this relationship? And it's something that we spoke about very often, because it got to the point where he was calling me loads while I was at uni, because obviously he wasn't trusting what I was doing there. I was always ignoring his calls because I didn't really want to speak to him, because I knew when I answered the phone he was listening to my background, and there was just so much.
Some investigations, isn't it?
I literally, there's been so many times where I would just call her and stay silent.
He was silent on the phone.
Just to know what's happening behind.
She's talking, but I'm not listening. I'm listening far behind us.
And as soon as he hears another voice, who's that? Who's that? So yeah, it got to the stage where I wasn't answering his phone call, and I thought to myself, what is this relationship where I don't even want to speak to you? You don't want to speak to me either. You want to listen to my background.
This is bad. It sounds so bad.
No, it sounds bad, but I feel like some of these things, sometimes we have to put it out there to show that no relationship is perfect.
Yeah.
And anyone that knows us now, even people that know us from London or from like church, probably don't know the extent of what we went through. So I think it's definitely necessary to put it out there that you can go through this, but then you can come out.
Yeah, of course. So how did you guys come out of this? Because obviously it was happening like regularly. So how did you come out of it? How did, especially Bema, how did you do it? How did you begin to trust Cherelle? That when you call her, it's just her voice you are trying to listen, not the background.
I wouldn't lie to you that during university it didn't happen then.
Okay.
It didn't happen when we came out of university. It happened when we took the break. But during that break, I realized it wasn't that I didn't trust Cherelle. I didn't have any faith in myself.
Ah, okay.
So as I said before, it's just that the belief in myself didn't allow me to, believe that this girl wanted to be with me as much as I wanted to be with her. So it meant that any guy that came past, competition. That's what it was. That's what
you felt.
So now when I started developing myself, got the job, got what I wanted to do, got onto my feet, started moving forward, praying, all of that kind of thing. When I knew that, okay, I'm stable, and we got back together, I realized naturally you don't even think about it, but that side just disappeared.
And literally his aura was completely different. And I was like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Like, he trusted himself and believed in himself, and that was so much more attractive than obviously somebody that couldn't even trust me.
Right. So it looks like the break really helped in a way. All right, great. All right, so let's do this, and when we come back, we'll continue with the conversation.
ABN Radio, London's premier Afropolitan station.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife. Save your life. MIXPIRATION with Bright every Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. is just fun. It's exciting. It's a mix of contemporary R&B and pop gospel music right here on ABN Radio. Enjoy great tunes every Sunday evening with Bright on MIXPIRATION, a blend of great inspiring songs just for your Sunday evening relaxation. Tune in from 6 to 8 p.m. this and every Sunday. They're on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station. Tune in to the new ABN Breakfast Show on Monday from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The London City Show has evolved into an all-new breakfast show with sizzling slices of juicy newsy current affairs served with junior jumbo-sized convos on issues you should be aware of. What did I just say? The ABN Breakfast Show, the Afropolitan breakfast you can't afford to miss.
ABN Radio, home of Afrobeats.
All right, so if you've been listening to us, good evening to you, and thank you so much. God bless you so much for listening to us up until this time. It is the MIXPIRATION show, and this segment is the Deep Convo segment with myself, Bright, and my wonderful guest, Bema and Cherelle. They are telling us all the exclusives right here. Yes, so if you want to contribute anything at all you want them to know or want me to know, you can call the studio on 0208-670-7300, 0208-670-7300, or you can WhatsApp me on 0788-747-5940. The number again is 0788-747-5940. So you can WhatsApp me or text me on that number, and I'm going to read it out for you. Great. So let's move on with our discussions. I'm sure you guys, you've got like a child already. Yeah. When you get married, I'm also married, so I know what I'm talking about. Get married in the beginning with your spouse alone is very, very fun. You can do anything you want. You can go anywhere you want. You don't need to seek anybody's approval to say, hey, I'm going to take care of your child for you so you can go or not. You can decide anytime and you leave and you go. You have fun. But now that there is a child involved, I'm not sure you have that freedom. Maybe you do, but you have to tell us how you've been doing it. How do you manage your marriage life with a child? How do you still get the times to go on your dates, to have fun here and there? What happens?
I think firstly I'll say that a child bonds two people together more than anything that we could have imagined. Obviously the time that we had for each other prior to having our son was a lot more. And we had a lot more freedom of being able to go out, stay out late, not having to think about anybody else but ourselves. Obviously, when you've got a child in the mix, you then have to be a lot more considerate. You have to plan a lot more as well. We have to come home at an earlier time, or if we're going out, just the two of us, we then need to organise a babysitter, etc. So it is harder, or I guess it takes a little bit more planning, but honestly, being a parent is so rewarding, and just like seeing that this child is so reliant on you and loves you so much. I think it makes us love each other so much more, and seeing how great a dad Bema is as well. Just makes him so much more attractive, because you always believe that your partner will be a good parent, but to actually see it, and he comes home, sometimes he'll even forget to greet me, and he takes his son and he lifts him up, and the boy is smiling, and he's just like, oh my gosh, my dad. It's just it's amazing. So yeah, it's definitely not easy, but it's so rewarding. And I think we've kind of bypassed the stage now where we used to go clubbing and all of that kind of stuff on a regular basis. Now that stuff it's like been there, done that. Every so often, we want to go out and we want to enjoy. But now, like you're saying, it's more so date nights, like where we want to go out to dinner or to the cinema, just to kind of, for it to just be the two of us. So it's just making sure that we've got time for that, which we do make time for. We could do more, I think.
We could do more, but we're getting there, I guess.
And then also using our time wisely as well. So when we put our son to sleep, then just having chilled time on the sofa, where we'll either eat dinner or we're just drinking tea and we're watching the programs that we watch together, or a movie or something. So just making sure that we've got Bema and Cherelle time.
Okay, great. So so when it comes to loving each other, I know that for sure you guys, you have something spectacular for each other that you cherish. So for instance, maybe Cherelle, you like something so much about your husband, and we want to know what is that one thing, or maybe they are not one, they're just a lot. So what's that thing that you really love about your husband that you would want him to continue doing?
It's very difficult to kind of narrow it down to one thing.
Like, so you can say more if you want.
Okay.
You can say more.
Definitely his humility. Bema's a very, very humble man. He doesn't lift himself above anybody or carry himself as if he's better than anyone. He loves, like, openly. He's very, very similar to his dad. He loves everybody. And I remember I used to say to him, I said, everybody is your sister, everybody is your friend, every girl that comes, Bema's hugging them. But it's something that I think he's learnt from his dad, and it's actually so beautiful. Nobody can come to Bema and feel standoffish or feel like he doesn't want to be around them. So he's very friendly, very loving, very caring. I always used to say, like, I used to find it difficult to empathise with people, but Bema can sit and just look at my face and he knows exactly how I'm feeling. So he always used to ask, are you okay? Are you? And that used to irritate me. I was like, I'm okay. Like, why do you keep on asking? But it's because he can see in my eyes that I'm not okay, and he will push until he knows what it is. So his ability to empathise and just care for people.
That was good.
Thank you.
So it's your turn now, Bema.
Wow. So I'll say the qualities first of Cherelle. She's very driven. She's such a go-getter. She's respectful. She's beautiful. She knows what she wants in life. She is very, I don't know, intelligent. Those were the things initially that I looked at and I'm like, I need this kind of woman beside me to help me to my. They always say you need a woman with behind a great man is a great woman.
Yeah,
I found my great woman. But then when we had Sam, our son,
okay,
it changed. As in, Cherelle changed into some. I don't know. Every time I speak at our wedding, I said a speech. That Cherelle changed into some amazing motherly woman with all the attributes that she still has. This totally new side came, which I knew Cherelle would be a good mum, but I didn't know how good of a wife and mum she will be. And like, when I say I'm proud of Cherelle, it's majorly proud of Cherelle. She's a good wife. She's an amazing wife. She keeps at home. I go to work, I want to come home. It's not like I go to work and I'm like, I need to get home because I want to be at home. There's nowhere else I want to be.
Wow.
She's made that home for me.
Wow.
As a man. And the way she looks after our son, like our parents will come over and said, wow, Sammy's looking good. I looked after our son yesterday. My mum called me because she knew that Cherelle had gone to do her hair. And she said, Cherelle would have done this by now. Have you done it? I was like, Mum, I'm not Cherelle. Cherelle's Superwoman. Like she has, exceeded my expectations and even more. She's an amazing woman.
Oh.
So there's nothing in particular. It's just she is the full package for me.
Wow.
Oh, lyrics.
Wow.
Lyrics.
I'm loving this already. I'm loving it. Wow, that's great.
Thanks,
kudos to you too. It looks like things are going on well. We thank God for that.
Definitely.
So let's talk about spirituality. How is your spiritual life like as a couple? Are you the couple that prays every morning before you step out, or do you think you do it when you get into trouble, or what happens?
Can I go first?
Go for it.
Okay, my bishop always says, he said it to my wife. Bishop KJB, Bishop Kingsley Joshua Kotu Bamfo, our land chapel. He said it to my wife that Bema comes to me when he's in a situation. Cherelle, on the other hand, at home, we need to pray together. We need to pray. I've gone through phases in my spiritual life, as in I've never not believed in God, and I've always been in church and always prayed. But the levels I've been through, there was at one point that I prayed, I spoke tongues, I got that strong, it dipped, and then it came back up. So myself and Cherelle now, I would say we pray every night before we go to bed. We anoint each other and we anoint our home. We anoint our son before we go. That's the normal routine. Every Sunday we get to church, we pray. We believe in God. We don't take power night for granted. We do our fast when there's a fast. So
I definitely pray every morning. First thing I do. Sometimes I find that subconsciously I want to pick up my phone, and as soon as I pick up the phone and I see the black screen, I think to myself, what am I doing? That's not the first thing that you do. You pray. You kind of commit your day into the hands of the Lord and your family, and then kind of progress with my day. I know it's a bit harder. Well, I'm currently on maternity leave anyway. It's a bit harder when you are getting up to go to work. Your brain tells you just jump up and get ready and go. So that's why I make the conscious effort to pray for us if Bema's not able to. But I think definitely prayers need to be so strong. Just throughout life in general. But where we're now married, where we've got a son, and you want everything to go according to God's plan, you need to commit your life into God's hands continuously. I'd say that we don't read our Bible as much as we should. But we know that we definitely need to be doing more of that. But as in prayer,
we don't take prayer for granted at all.
I mean, it's very essential to be praying like every day, even if not every morning. Every day, at least find a time in the day to pray.
And can I just say one more thing? Actually, so when me and Bema pray together,
it's a lot more powerful.
Like, there was the first time we did it, we opened our eyes and looked at each other afterwards, and we were like, did you feel that? That was crazy. And the strength in praying together as a couple is
very
crazy. So for anyone who doesn't, I would definitely encourage you to.
It says in the Bible that where two or more people, there is the presence of God. So obviously the presence of God was there at that moment when you two were praying. Because every morning, as you said, in the morning you want to jump out of your bed, get ready, go to work. Every morning I do same. I jump out, I get ready, but before I step out, my wife go like, hold on, let's say a quick prayer before you go. Even if you are late, let's say a quick prayer, even for a minute. It won't spoil anything.
Definitely.
And she would never let me go out before. She wouldn't do it. She would just say, we need to pray before you step out of the house, because you don't know even what's at the door. So before you step out, I need to say a prayer on you. And she always prays for me. So sometimes I also try to pray for her in the morning. So I know you're listening, LC. God bless you so much for the prayers, because that prayers it kept me till this time. I believe so that her prayers has really done a lot of things in my life, and I'm very thankful to get a woman who prays often. Yeah, like Cherelle. So well done. Yes. I must say that when I came into the studio after the couple came, I saw them praying. So it's an indication that they've been praying together. And I must say, you are the first couple who's actually prayed here. So immediately I saw you guys praying. I said, okay, wow. I need not to be told. That's it. Yeah, so that's great. Now, you said all the lovey-dovey things. Let's go to the side that most people don't like talking about. I'm sure there is something, if not a lot, one thing that Cherelle does that you don't like. And then there's one thing that Bema also, but that Cherelle doesn't like. So just, if not a lot, just one thing that each of you do that the partner or your partner doesn't like.
I'm going to go light so that she goes light.
Are you sure you don't want me to go first?
No, definitely not.
I got a list.
No.
A list? Wow.
I'm joking.
So, after marriage, when we started living together, Cherelle's acquired a new skill.
Okay.
The new skill is if I leave a plate. So, okay, I'll say this. Me and Cherelle, we don't argue. If we are feeling some way about each other, we just say it. Sometimes it's as a joke, but we understand that it's actually serious. So I could, for example, in the morning, I could leave my plate before I'm going to work, but I'm late, so I would just be like, okay, sure, I'm gonna run out. I don't tell her, I just run out and I leave the plate. By the time I get to work, she would have called me and said, well, she'll be clapping on the phone, well done. She said, why, yeah, dear, well done. I was like, sure, what? I'm laughing because I know I'm in trouble. And she said, so I'll say, sure, what have I done? And then she'll say, so you left your plate. It could be as small as not opening the curtains in the morning. Cherelle will call me and tell me.
The other day, I went into the bathroom and there was no toilet roll on the holder. So I called him. I said, have you forgotten where we keep the toilet roll in the house? And all he does is laugh. But I find it's just such an easy way to communicate a bit of frustration, but in like a light-hearted way.
It really helps. It really helps. That's a fun way of saying it.
You see?
Wow, so it doesn't get so serious.
Exactly. And it doesn't lead to an argument.
I had a presentation on Friday to give in front of so many people. Cherelle called me just before my presentation to say that
the toilet roll.
Where's the toilet roll? And she said, okay, God bless you, go and do your presentation.
Wow. So what? It looks like you guys really have fun at home.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What do you normally do to like create that humor, that fun? What do you do?
I think we're naturally fun people. Anyone that knows us knows that we're just very hyperactive. Like it gets to a point where we're dancing around and doing so much nonsense that our son is just sat on the floor looking at us like, are these people okay?
I remember there was a time, every Saturday, we stopped now. Every Saturday morning, Cherelle would get a jug of water, cold water, and throw it on me. I'll be sleeping or on the sofa or something, she'll throw it on me, and then we have a water fight every Saturday morning.
I think it's just maintaining our friendship, the same friendship that we had from 10 or 11 years ago. We've brought that into our marriage and we want that to stay forever. So I think it's always just keeping that. But he avoided the question about what's the one thing? The bad thing? The calling you.
You call me and tell me what I've done wrong.
So that's what he said.
That's what I said.
You didn't say his one.
Doing something to need me to call him.
Okay, good.
So if it's leaving plates or not taking out the bin, or something
not
like
opening
that.
the curtains.
Something that I've mentioned before that maybe he hasn't done.
So it's not really something major. It's like minor things, but it keeps happening.
Yes,
Okay.
reoccurring minor issues.
Yeah, minor issues.
It's reoccurring.
Cool. Let's get to the second part of our game.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's yours.
Can turn the back. Right, so if you are listening, this is ABN Radio UK, your London's Afropolitan radio station. And as you heard them talk, they're just sharing with us their love story, how they met, how things went during dating, courting, marriage life after having a kid, and all of that. And it looks like it's been fun in their home. So if you've been listening, you can take a few tips from their experiences, and then just attach it to yours and make your home fun. Marriage is not too serious. Some people make it look so serious. The fact that when the man is coming home, everybody should be at a standstill. Nobody should move because dad is coming home, and the kids are running away as if there's an armed robber coming home. You're a dad, and you're a husband. They need to feel like the essence of meeting you at the door and say, wow, let's go meet daddy, he's coming home. That's how it should be. So you have to be free, go easy on each other. Even you see how they correct each other then when they go wrong. They make it look so fun. So you can also do same to just spice up your marriage a little bit. But for now, we just want to move on with the knowing your spouse game. Right, so I would say question 1. This is a part 2. So question 1 of part 2.
Yeah.
What's your spouse's favorite song at the moment? Yeah, took you by surprise. Okay, no looking at each other. She write it. Question 2. I can't give you more time.
I've forgotten the name of the song.
All right, question 2. Okay. What's your spouse's favorite holiday location? So in the beginning you got the softer ones, but for now they are the harder ones. Yeah, question 3. Your spouse's favorite perfume.
Yeah, I know that one.
And then 4. Ready?
Yeah.
What one thing does your spouse hate the most? One thing. And then 5. What's your spouse's number 1 thing on his or her wish list? The most thing that she or he wants to achieve. The priority, one thing on the wish list.
Mine would be easy, but her was hard.
Okay, so clock is ticking, and it's ticking.
Can I have the first question again, please?
Okay, the first question is, what's your spouse's favorite song at the moment?
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
I feel like we were dancing to it earlier.
Okay, so...
Okay.
Yeah, pass.
Okay. Now it's time for you to pass your papers to me.
Oh no,
to read your answers.
Actually really sad.
Oh, no, this one I think I failed.
You failed?
I think so.
I feel like I know the name. Okay, I'm just going to write something.
Okay, so already he said pass, or the first one. So he gave up. He gave up. All right, I'm going to read out the answers right after this one.
but your ways are better. I'm not on the fence. Who distributes joy? Who sets the soul free? Who can forgive sin? Jesus, who died for me? Yes, it's true that I've been captured by your love. I've been captured by your grace. I've been covered by your blood. I was lost, but now I'm found. Yes, it's true you hold me down. Jesus, here's my white flag. I surrender right now. Jesus, here's my white flag. I surrender right now. I surrender right now. I surrender right now. Jesus, here's my white flag. I surrender right now. Right now. Right now. I surrender right now. I run away or go take a hiatus when the descendant of David's proven he is the greatest. You see, he mediates, he is the mediator. Now I am so free. What a sweet savior.
I found a real love and he is my ransom. Not gonna escape, I'm gonna stay. I'm captured, but I'm so free. And I finally know that I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I raise my hand, I get on my knees. There's nothing like the day the Spirit captured me. And there's no one greater. I surrender, I don't need another savior. I'm never gonna run. My ship was a wreck, I couldn't pay the debt. And I lost all my treasure, so I hit the deck. When I saw you better, I knew I'd never run. And I'm staying forever.
Surrender right now. I surrender right now. I surrender right now. Jesus, here's my white flag. I surrender right now. Right now. Right now. I surrender right now.
Of course, I Surrender Right Now by Flame and V Rose. Wonderful tune there. Good evening if you just tuned in. This is your London's Afropolitan radio station, ABN Radio for that matter. And I have here Bema and Cherelle. They've been talking to us a lot about their love stories. You know, they've been sharing all the exclusives with us, which is quite great. So if you didn't know some things about them, I'm sure today you know. They've told you everything. Yeah. And we just played a little game before the song. So I'm just about to read out the answers that they wrote.
Oh, no.
First of all, the first question, I know they failed because someone wrote pass. so I know, yeah. All right, the first question was, what's your spouse's favorite song at the moment? And Bema said, pass. And Cherelle said, Circle?
I made that up. I know it's not his favourite song, but it's the only thing I could think of.
You have to write something. Yeah. All right, so the next one, I'll allow you to say yourselves. The next one is, what's your spouse's favorite holiday location? So, Cherelle, what's your favorite holiday location?
Maybe somewhere I want to go, Dubai.
Okay, Dubai. What's yours, Bema?
I don't have any in particular one.
Okay, so Cherelle wrote Rome. for
yeah,
you.
But you liked Rome.
No, I loved Rome, but I was thinking, what's my ideal?
Okay, what is your ideal?
I don't have
exactly. So put Rome then. No.
You don't have an ideal.
And Bema also wrote not really one.
Yes,
so like nothing.
That's Bema's cop-out answer. He just
All right, so the next one is, what's your spouse's favorite perfume? Cherelle, what's yours?
The one that I use at the moment is Rihanna.
Okay, looks like he got it right.
Okay.
And then what's yours?
I don't have one.
Okay, so I'm getting something else here.
Yeah.
God, she wrote something. Guess, at least try and bail her out.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
1 million.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right, at least. It was so. Yeah, all right. Rihanna and then 1 million. They got that right. Okay, so the next one. What's one thing that your spouse hates the most? What's yours? That you hate the most?
No, I don't know.
What did you come home and say? Oh, I hate it when this is.
Oh, sorry.
No, okay.
Okay, what's yours?
You have to remind me.
Dishes in the sink.
Okay. I was gonna put that, but then I did a general one,
which is untidy.
No, you said exactly.
Is that what you put?
Yeah. So it kind of like links up to dishes in the sink.
I said procrastination as well.
Oh, did you put procrastination? Oh, come on, put it there.
Yeah.
I put an untidy house for him.
For him, yeah. And then he put that for you, procrastination. Okay, cool. So the last, but not the least, was your spouse's number one thing on his or her wish list, like the favorite thing that he wants to achieve or she wants to achieve.
I find it so hard, this one.
This was a bit difficult because there's a few things, isn't it? What did you put
for you? I put she wants.
So before you say that,
I see. Sorry.
What is your one? Your wish
list?
list?
My wish list.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm into. I do architecture.
Mm-hmm.
So I think mine would to be a business, an architectural company, or to start.
To start your own company.
Yeah.
Wow! So she got that right. Great. And then what is your wish? Yeah, what's on your wish list?
Think hard.
I'd want to say to buy a house.
Oh man, you didn't think that hard, Cherelle. That's both of us.
To buy a house.
Yeah, but it could be joint top with.
Okay, so I just want to give you guys an opportunity to get the answer right.
Okay.
So what I'll ask is that.
But I've got my answer right already.
You got yours right.
Thank
so
you.
for Bema to get yours right.
Okay.
If you can act what you wrote for her to answer it, let's see if you can do it.
Take your head.
No talking.
No talking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
So Bema is trying to act what he's written here, which is the number one priority thing on her wish list.
Can I say what is relating, and then we'll go from there?
Can't, Bema,
no,
act
you can't. You need to act it.
Oh.
No talking.
Okay.
We got this.
So if you are not on YouTube, you can go to YouTube now. This one you don't need sound. Go to YouTube and look at a couple trying to act.
Are you struggling?
For one to get the answer right.
When you see what I put down.
That's right. No.
I know it's quite difficult.
Okay. So.
Okay. So no talking.
Okay.
Writing. Counselling. Personal developer, or like working with young people.
Okay. All right. Woo, 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 woo. You got it right.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. So he wrote that. He said she wants to mentor the youth.
Wow.
So that's quite nice of you.
I listened.
Yeah.
Sure.
But then again, I think she wants a house after that.
Yes, I do want a
wants
house.
But that's a
joint.
That's
thing,
a joint
right?
one.
Exactly.
Great. So obviously, it tells me that you got over 80% of your answers right.
Thank you.
So obviously, you guys there's no way you can know your husband or your wife 100%. Definitely, there will be something on each other's mind that you are not aware of, one way or the other. So I do get it. If I'm tested with my wife, I'm sure I won't get everything right. Yeah, so I do get that. All right, so now time is fast spent. Just go about 5 minutes. Any single words, anything that you got to advise the listeners about for those who are about to get into marriage, and those who are already in, who are young but are facing challenges. What would you like to tell them as the final words?
Chester. From our own experience, that's all we can advise from. But I would say let friendship be your foundation. God first, and then friendship. I feel like when you're friends, you can then communicate about anything, and communication is also very key. Communicate in an effective way. So we're not saying argue, screaming and shouting, waiting until something has gotten so out of hand that the only way for you to communicate is to be angry. So God, friendship and communication is mine.
I think Cherelle basically summed it up, but I would say don't expect to be perfect as soon as you enter marriage. Keep your expectations level-headed, because so marriage shouldn't change the relationship that you had before. You were friends when you got together. Marriage is the title to show the world that we love each other. It's between you and God, so it shouldn't really change. It's about communication. It's about understanding each other, that you're very different. You're very different people, so you have to learn to cope with each other, learn to keep the friendship, learn to live with each other. If you do that and you pray, prayer is the biggest thing, I would say. When we go to church, I think on our prayer requests, one of the things that I always put down is that our marriage will last forever. Even though nowadays it's very difficult.
Go down easily.
It's very difficult. So I would say pray, communication, friendship and understanding.
Right.
Can I just add to that a little
Of course.
Just one thing that I always say is that you and your sibling who have been raised by the same parents are not the same. Let alone you and your partner, where both of you have been raised in different environments by different people. So I think if we have that understanding that no two people are exactly the same, you'll understand that in a relationship, it's compromise, it's working together to bring two completely different people into one complementary team.
Wow, very well said, and thank you so much for taking time out and honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
We are very grateful.
Thank you for having
sharing your love story with us. It's been a great time, and we say God bless you. All right, so if you've been listening, this is your MIXPIRATION Deep Convo segment, and as you heard them say, a lot of things have been said, so I'm sure that you can go back to YouTube. We are just going to upload a YouTube video with the audio. So if initially you didn't get the audio, don't worry. Within a few hours, we'll put the entire video there with the audio underneath, so that you can listen to exactly what it said. So you can get all the the apple, as they say. All right, so thank you so much for listening. God bless you so much. I go by the name Bright Akuffo, and I've been your host. And as you know, Sunday next week will be the same thing. We'll be here with different couples, so look out on our socials for the names of the couples. We'll put everything out there for you. If you've been listening to ABN Radio, but for some reasons you miss out our morning shows, you've been missing out greatly, because there is this breakfast show, ABN Breakfast Show, which commenced last Monday. It is the London City Show that has evolved into all new breakfast shows, so you can't afford to miss. It is hosted by the sizzling Ifua Adom and Abeye Bonsu. Tune in every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the breakfast show, ABN Breakfast Show, from 7 to 11 a.m. You can't afford to miss it. It has all the things that you can wish for on the breakfast show, and even more. So make it a date and make sure you tune in. I go by the name Bright once again, and thank you so much for listening. I'm going to leave you with Governor B, and he says, feel the vibe.